Hi, my name is Jennifer Geiger, and this is my DISC personality profile analysis video. My personality profile results came through primarily as influence. Some of the strengths of influence include enthusiasm, gregarious behavior, and persuasiveness. Enthusiasm includes just energy and excitement with meeting new people and starting new projects. I'm an engagement prime for my work team, so I help to organize events and activities and keep people engaged, which this comes in very helpful with. I am also gregarious with enjoying meeting new people and interacting with new people. I'm a mentor, so I help to train and introduce people to the team, which I feel demonstrates that behavior. In addition, persuasiveness. I tend to be able to get people to do what I want or get them on board with ideas fairly easily, which comes in helpful with a marketing background, which I use in my position at work. Some of the drawbacks of this particular personality include that I'm impulsive, emotional, self-promoting, and trusting. So impulsive behavior is I tend to act quickly without putting a lot of thought into my responses much of the time. An example of this would be a very expensive vehicle purchase that I did about 2 years ago without really considering the fact that I was planning to go back to school and might need that money for tuition. I can be fairly emotional in that I openly express my feelings and opinions regardless really of the setting or how they make others feel. I tend to self-promote, not intentionally. I just find that when I'm training new individuals at work, I may come across as thinking that my way is the only way, which can be taken as being quite conceited. I am very trusting of other people. I can have too much faith in others, even people that I don't know very well. I tend to just trust various people, especially within my social circle, and I have been let down in the past, so I do have to be careful of that. My divergent style or opposing style to influence is dominance. Some of the strengths of dominance include being peaceful, mild, and modest. So peaceful, just presenting a sense of calmness, whether it be in the workplace or your social circle. I'm typically very abrupt in my communication, so I can come across as rude or sometimes abrasive. Mild behavior, so being considerate and particularly when speaking to others. Typically, if I'm interested or curious about something, I just go ahead and don't really put much into consideration into necessarily how I approach it, which I have to be careful about. Modesty, sharing credit and working with others towards a common goal. I do try to be modest. I enjoy giving others credit. However, I do like to talk a lot, and in doing so, I feel like I may be doing the opposite unintentionally. Some of the drawbacks of the dominant personality profile include being quiet, unsure, and dependent. So for being quiet, this essentially means refraining from providing any critical feedback potentially. It may end up with you being overworked or overlooked in the workplace. I typically take a hands-on approach, so I don't have much of a problem with this. I actively participate in team meetings. I give constructive feedback without really seeing an issue there. Being unsure, so investigating options thoroughly before making decisions, which potentially can lead to missed opportunities. I tend to be on board as soon as I hear of an opportunity or an idea. However, this can lead to me having too much on my plate, which is why I tend to struggle with time management. And being dependent, so compromising or just going with what other ideas are being promoted by other people. I tend to speak independently and try to push my own ideas rather than depending on other people to come up with suggestions. So for bridging from my personal style or influence to my divergent style, which is dominance. My areas of focus going forward include trying to be less impulsive, so evaluating situations carefully before automatically jumping in and committing myself to something that maybe I'm not able to do. Trying to be less emotional when presenting myself, so try to think analytically and act appropriately given the situation, and speak appropriately given the situation. Focus on being less self-promoting, so I'm trying to ensure that appropriate credit is being given to others and genuinely come across as meaningful when I do that. I am also going to try to be more careful in placing trust in others and definitely consider my sources when it comes to information, advice, and opinions being given to me. Thank you.